What's up, everybody? I'm quite sure that you've seen the title, and I'm quite sure that you see what my channel is about. This your first time to the channel. I would love for you guys to make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, because on my channel, we try to inspire and motivate people in addiction. But I'm going to cut right to the chase. What up, though? My journey in sobriety, my journey in life itself, it's pretty much uh, a person trying to find himself. I was going through a lot of things in life, personally, mentally, and physically. Um, you know, well, I'm gonna just start from the beginning, because I'm gonna try to make this into a couple parts for you guys, because I want you guys to just, really understand everything that I went through. So, um, I started off with our family. My dad was in the service. My dad served his country. And my mom and dad was married for quite a long time, man, for over 30 years, until my dad passed. My dad was a strong-minded man. And on my channel, I'm not going to down talk on my dad, because he's not here right now to take up for himself. My dad died when I was 9 years old. But my dad held down the house. My mama did not have to work. Um, my dad held down the house. We had a beautiful house, beautiful brick house, 3 bedrooms. At that time, my dad took care of all the bills. I can pretty much say that I was pretty much a privileged kid. I got damn near anything I wanted. All the Nintendo game, PlayStation stuff, anything new that came out, mopeds, bikes. I'm pretty much a privileged kid. I was the youngest out of 5. So I really didn't see the drinking that my oldest sisters and brothers them did from my dad. You understand? So, but the trickling down effect and addiction is real, you guys. My dad was an alcoholic, and he did what he could to make sure that we had everything we needed. He was a provider. Uh, he was a strong-minded man as well. My daddy didn't play no games, man. I didn't really get none of that from him. I'm more of a laid-back man. I'm more of my mama's side. I took a lot from my mama, but my dad he didn't play no games at all when it came down to taking care of business and whooping ass in the street. My dad's name is known for slapping motherfuckers around in the street, you know what I mean? So, rest in peace, Pops, I love you. But my dad was an alcoholic, and, as I was young, I remember, I can guess you can call it like childhood trauma. I remember times when my dad and mom would be arguing, probably because my dad probably came home drunk. Um, Probably because my mom found out that he probably was messing with some woman, you know. Uh, but I would hear them arguing, and I would lay beside the bed. I would lay beside the bed, and um, I would lay beside the door. And, while they was arguing, the door would be closed, and I'd be just, I was just trying to get closer to my mom as possible, that, you know. As times went on, my older sisters and brothers, me and my youngest sister are 7 years apart from each other. So you can imagine my older sisters and brothers, they in their 20s and stuff like that. So they way older than me. I'm the baby boy out of 5. So my older sisters and brothers, they seen a lot more of the addiction, of the drinking and everything that went on with my dad than I did. Because when I came into play, a couple of years after I was born and things like that, my dad started getting clean. He went to rehab and started to do things right. But the trickling down effect, it hit my older sisters and brothers now. Some of them became addicted to substance, crack. Uh, that was pretty much one of the things that was really prominent in the early 80s at the time. So my sisters and brothers now kind of fell victim to that. Uh, but me, man, I was, like I said, I was the spoiled little, the youngest at the bunch. You know, when I came into play, a lot of my sisters and brothers, you know, they didn't understand it. When I came into play, everything that they was getting, I got. Yeah, you understand me? So, um, you know, I never did go get any counseling or no therapy for, you know, in the black community. It's kind of like I don't understand like why a lot of people don't go get counseling and therapy, because I probably could have needed it. Um, but later on in my life, the trickling down effect from my dad drinking it hit me also. Uh, you know, I can start about let me talk about schools. At school, I was always the guy. You know what I mean? I was around like I was real cool and laid back. I was a nice dresser, nice speaker, ladies man. But you know, I was an athlete at the time. Basketball was my thing. You know, uh, playing sports and going to different cities, playing other teams and stuff like that. That was my thing. You know, so as time prevailed, as time got, you know, up there, and I started to venture off and started to date girls. You know what I mean? And I guess, you know, the females and the ladies was loving me, and so I was loving them back, and you know, so and I remember getting with this one young lady, and I think she was the first. Yeah, she was my first love. You know, she had stayed, but I stayed by the park, yeah, in my little community. I would never say her name or anything like that, but she know who she is if she ever see this. But that was my first love, and at that moment, you know what I mean. I guess I had stopped, not because of her, but I guess I just stopped wanting to play ball and everything like that, because I had got up with a group of guys at the time, and I had dibble and dab and started to smoke weed. And then, you know, I guess I took the panties off that thing. You know, an old man always told me never take the panties off any type of drugs. When you do, you hook. So when I got introduced to marijuana, it's kind of opened the floodgates for me and for everything else. I started to smoke weed, started to do it more regularly. I quit the basketball team, but I would still go get a job, and my mom bought me a car, so I'm riding around the hood. You know, me and my homeboys created this little rap group, and we were pretty damn good, so to speak. I mean, the whole community and everybody knew how good we was, and they backed us and supported us. So, you know, as time went on, you know, I got to drinking, of course. And I heard one person say, man, if y'all do not know, I'm Mr. Show Out TV, and this is my channel right here. I would love for you guys to go check out my interviews that I do with people. Um, some people come to my platform and they share their stories, man. That's what we do on my platform. So I would love for you guys to, right after this, man, subscribe up, sub up to my channel, man. And I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to create something special with what I'm doing, man. I'm passionate about this, man, about this recovery thing, and because I know there's a lot of people going through it. But I had this one person that I interviewed on this channel. They told me that a therapist told them one time that before you even took a drink, you was already an alcoholic. You know, I believe that, because like I said, my dad was an alcoholic, so I'm kind of like I was probably predisposed to it. You know, it's easy for some people to take one drink and just leave it alone, but with me, I couldn't one drink nothing. You know, so. Uh, Yeah, as times went on, you know what I mean? I got more into drinking, more into the ladies and things like that, you know. I never really felt that my drinking or the things that I was doing was getting out of hand. A lot of people would tell me that, you know, I'm thinking, as most addicts at the time, I got this shit under control, man. I'm straight. You know, that's what I would always say, but you know what I mean? That's what I would tell myself. So, but as time progressed, you know what I mean? Y'all, I started to slip a little bit, you know. I started to lose focus on who the fuck I was. I started to lose focus on the things that I liked, things that I enjoyed. And I gave all this fucking time to chasing women and this image that I was portraying. And my rapping career and smoking weed and drinking and you know, and I got to dibble and dabble into selling drugs and shit. So I'm pretty much, you know what I'm saying, I'm wrapped up in the lifestyle, you know what I mean? Me and my homeboys. I never really just really got into big trouble. I got plenty of DWIs and fleeing charges and things like that. But as time progressed, you know, a lot of things got worse. A lot of things got worse, and yeah. But my life, y'all, is all about trials and tribulations. God take his toughest soldier through battles. You know, I think I'm well built because I've been through a lot of shit. I've been through a lot of shit. Uh, and I know I would love for you guys to continue to follow me on this journey. I got a whole bunch more to say, y'all. I got a whole bunch more to say. But I'm gonna cut this up in a couple parts for you guys, man. So I would love for you guys to make sure y'all stay tuned for part 2. And if this is your first time to the channel, I would love for you guys to sub up right now. Sub to my channel and go watch a few of my interviews and just take a glance at my channel and see what my channel is about. If you love the content that I'm putting out, please subscribe to my channel right now. I'm creating something special. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it off right there. I would love for you guys to make sure you stay tuned for part 2. Hey, I got a lot more shit to unwind with you guys, man. Mr. Show TV, Sober Gang Experience. Yeah.